Hey everyone, I'm back again with another video, and this one is also a two-story video, so be sure to stick around for the second story. The first one is titled, Married 8 Years, 2 Kids, Wife Cheated, Complicated. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. Let's get right into it. I'll start by giving a short breakdown, then give more details. My wife and I have been married for 8 years. I am active duty military and have moved twice in total. My wife was always the person who talked badly about people who cheated or did things similar and always told me she would prefer I divorce her before I ever cheated on her. Projection? Soon after we moved to a new state and bought a house, my wife got a new job and I eventually found out she was having an emotional affair with a coworker through text messaging and social media. Later found out she was hanging out with the guy and had kissed him, and I saw messages of her saying she loved him. She lied about this all at first until I got it out of her, but she wouldn't stop the affair for months. At multiple points she was talking about divorce and her moving out of the house to live in the area and sharing custody of the kids, etc. It finally did end and I thought we would move on happily ever after I started to regain trust. She says the reason she did this was because I was neglectful of her and our kids because I would play video games a lot and was generally not helpful around the house, etc. I admit I have had problems and could be a better person for sure. I know I'm not perfect. This is just a basic explanation of what she said her problems were with me. Fast forward 2 years later and my wife goes back to our home state with her parents for 4 days while I have the kids. She came back and I had to go across the country for work for a week. When I came back, she told me she wanted a divorce and I was back to old habits and she couldn't take it anymore. Told me this time at least there wasn't another guy involved. Later, we come to an agreement she is going to take the kids and live back home for 6 to 9 months to think and regain her independence and live near her parents to support, and she wants to see them more. All to see if she would want to try to work it out before coming back. And I agreed because I wanted a chance at saving this so badly. She hadn't left yet, and we went home for Thanksgiving for a week to see family. It was a roller coaster of her showing some affection and arguing about not sure if she even wants it to work out and might not move back after leaving. We then came back from the trip and my suspicion got the best of me and I did some investigating even though I felt back because I was trying to trust her still from the last time. I found out she was talking to her old boyfriend from back in high school and she admitted to it but didn't want to end the relationship and still wanted me to let her go back with my kids to the state we're both from where the boyfriend lives. After I found out about the boyfriend, I told her I didn't want her to go. She later admitted to me after I overheard her talking to him late at night behind closed doors that she slept with him twice in one night. I even told her after that, after getting angry, I still love her and want to work it out. Where we are now is she still wants to move back to continue the plan she had, but tells me she wants an open relationship while she is there, and I told her flat out no. During all this, divorce has been discussed and what kid custody should we go through with. After learning some legal information, she knows she cannot leave the state to live back home with our kids and will likely be required to live here as long as I am here, so she can't really pursue her new relationship and she has taken it hard and gotten mad and thrown tantrums. She tells me we can't fix things living here and begs me to let her go back or if we divorce, let her have the kids. I told her I won't let her go back and if we divorce, I'm not letting her take my kids. I feel like she doesn't seem to actually want to divorce or she would have done it so already. She even at one point said, I won, and she would just stay married to me and be miserable. After all of this, I wonder if the problem has actually been me that caused her to do this, or if she is just making excuses for herself to do these things to me. I am contemplating divorcing her myself since she won't, but I really don't want to ruin my kids' lives and I still love my wife. I want to wait to divorce to see if she eventually gets over this guy, like the last one, and comes to her senses, but I don't know how much longer I can take it. She talks to him 6 hours a day and texts the rest of the hours she's awake with him, and basically told me if we go back home or if I let her go, she will cheat on me, and it doesn't matter because since she already did the damage that has been done. I think she's just really emotionally confused and isn't sure what she wants, but thinks the grass might be greener on the other side and doesn't want to give it up to see if it isn't. I've lost 15 pounds in 3 weeks and can't eat or sleep. It's hitting me so hard I am anxious and nauseous every day, all day, for the entire time after finding out there is another man involved. There has been some details left out because this is already incredibly long, and if anything needs clarifying, I will definitely do so. What should I do? Let it play out trying to keep her here and see if she eventually comes to her senses, or just file for divorce and move on with our lives, even though it will be completely complicated with 2 kids, me still loving her, and me being active military to complicate matters even further. Any replies or advice would be appreciated beyond belief. I apologize for the length of the post and hope it doesn't put people off from reading it. This is also my first Reddit post ever. I had to ask. And the first comment says, you definitely need to divorce. Your wife is a serial cheater, and no matter what happens with the old boyfriend, she'll just find someone to replace him with if it doesn't work out. You have already been replaced. Divorce her and work out a good co-parenting situation. Do not let her take your kids out of the state, and do not give her full custody. You need to start seeing her for the cheater she is and stop searching for the woman you thought you married. Find someone who will treat you well. There are many, many good women out there who would love to have a good partner like you in their life. Get a great lawyer. Spare no expenses in doing so. Find out what your options are, then fight hard for your rights in the divorce. Don't take it easy on her. She didn't take it easy on you when she cheated with 2 different men. Good luck and please keep us updated. And the next comment says, God, posts like these make me so mad. Just dump her. She despises you and is itching for someone else. Love means exactly nothing without trust and respect. Everyone here can telegraph her next move. She's gonna accuse you of domestic violence and that's game over for you, no matter how many times you swear she's lying. Starting with a restraining order, she'll get everything under the sun but the skin off your back, and then let's see you worry about your kids and their mental health while she's entertaining her lover in front of them. Lose her now. I believe this may be one of those situations where the grass is greener on the other side, not knowing the grass is greener where you actually water it. She can't have a relationship with her new AP, hence it becomes more and more attractive to her. I guess the most important piece of this equation is you. What do you want? Apparently, she has no interest in being with you and it's driving you insane. To which I believe your attitude should be, you want out? Get out. I don't need you anymore and wish you the best of luck in the world. Check with a lawyer if you can keep custody of the kids and show her the door. She can find a new apartment nearby and share custody 50-50. Move 50% of your joint checking/savings to your new personal accounts and have your paycheck transfer. Then after, cancel all credit cards, change all passwords to every single email, bank money market account, etc. and ask her to leave. The worst thing you can do is beg, cry, scream, call her names, do the pick-me dance, given that all of these will play against you and will confirm to her she made the right decision. So moving forward, you need to be in your best effing behavior. Got that? And our next story is titled, My Wife Cheated Once and I Want a Divorce, but I don't know whether I truly should leave or not. Let's get right into it. I will keep this post as short as possible, but do feel the need to be thorough, so please read it completely before giving advice. My wife and I married after finishing college at 22 and have 2 daughters who are 13 and 12. We have a great relationship throughout our 14-year marriage, 16-year relationship, and both love each other. To be completely honest, both February and March were months in which I perhaps neglected her due to work and other stuff. During this duration, she ended up sleeping with one of her co-workers once about a month ago and immediately regretted it. I am also certain that she slept with him only that one time because I have corroborated it with others and seen other evidence that suggests she's telling the complete truth. She told me about it the next day and it felt like I had literally been punched in the gut. Either that or someone had quite literally ripped my heart out. At first, I stared at her in complete shock but proceeded to bash her with every single unspeakable insult afterwards. I never once thought that I would direct such words towards her, and I honestly don't remember half of the things I said. She broke down and apologized multiple times. Before you ask, to me, her apologies were very sincere and she was definitely remorseful of her actions. I could say that in her eyes and her actions since then, I told her about it a week after her confession that I will file for divorce, after this whole thing is finished. She cried but didn't say anything and left for the bathroom. She has asked for my forgiveness but has said that she understands if I can't. She also said that she is willing to do anything to make our marriage work and fix what she has done. Additionally, she even said that in the case I end up deciding to follow through with the divorce, she would waive any unfair settlement she would get from the divorce settlement as she doesn't deserve it. Her belief is that we should split our wealth fairly so I wouldn't be put in a bad situation because of the divorce settlement. This would happen as I am in a much better situation financially than her. Through all of this, I am certain that she is honestly remorseful and would like to fix our marriage, but I feel like I still want to go through with the divorce. Both my parents and her parents have talked to me, and while they condemn her actions, they still encourage us working things out. Then again, I have never been one to listen to advice, and life has turned out pretty good for me so far apart from this stupid incident. My wife has slept on the couch for the last 3 to 4 weeks, and I generally don't talk to her at all apart from discussing things about the girls or about our future. The communication is almost non-existent on my part, even though she has kept trying for weeks. I still haven't forgiven her, and I have trouble forgiving her. It isn't necessarily an issue of trust, although that has been damaged severely, but rather I feel like I can't get over the act of betrayal itself. I am so conflicted with my emotions even after the past few weeks of finding out, and I'm no closer to an answer than before. I have contemplated my next act for close to a month and still have no idea on what to do. It is clear to me that she is genuinely apologetic about her actions, and this was truly out of her character. She has since then put in a lot more effort into our relationship, even though she knows it could potentially be for a lost cause, as I haven't reciprocated that type of effort whatsoever over the last few weeks. I just don't think I can get over the act of betrayal, and then there's my kids who will ultimately be negatively impacted if I went through with a divorce. I have to confess sometimes I feel like going through with the divorce just to stick it to her because I know she would be hurt if I went through with it. I know that it sounds cruel and mean, but that is just a type of anger and resentment I have towards her. She has told me that while she's willing to do anything to save the marriage, she will ultimately respect my decision. I honestly don't know what to do, as on one side of the issue I see the anger, resentment, and the act of betrayal on my wife's part after 14 years of marriage. On the other hand, I see my kids, the love we have had for the past 16 years of our relationship, this being something completely out of character, and my wife being genuinely sorry while trying everything and more to fix what she has broken. So here I am resorting to Reddit to figure something out I haven't been able to for weeks. Thank you guys for watching. Please make sure you like the video and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so you don't miss any of our future videos, and be sure to comment below what other subreddits you want me to cover.